just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about.
I saw Puff.
Right.
And this ain't a slight against Puff, but it was like, I see Puffy.
Right.
And I see Puffy with like 6 bodyguards. Then it hit me. Mind you, Puff don't speak to me, but he never speaks to me like this. Embrace Matt for something. So now it's like, oh, I slide my I'm looking around to see if anybody saw me speak to the
Do you ever get that gut feeling something big is about to happen? Well, comedian Katt Williams did, and he didn't keep quiet about it. So the word on the street is that Williams tried to warn the legendary Wu-Tang Clan about the looming rise of music mogul Diddy.
Deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Imagine this. A comedian stepping into the world of rap to sound the alarm bells. It's like your funny friend suddenly turning into a superhero trying to save the day. Williams wasn't just cracking jokes, he was dropping truth bombs. But why would a comedian care about the music industry? Well, because Williams saw something brewing, something not quite right. The rumors are buzzing about him exposing the truth to the Wu-Tang Clan before it was too late. You know that when Katt Williams speaks, even the biggest names in music listen. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Rumor has it that Katt has got the goods on Diddy's alleged secret life. You know, the whispers about his sex preference that have been floating around for ages. Yeah, Katt supposedly got the inside scoop on all of that.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipt.
It turns out that Diddy might have been up to some seriously business. By now, many of you already know the stories of how he'd allegedly cozy up to women, getting them to put guys in strange, sticky situations. Why? So he could later squeeze those guys dry like a lemon by threatening to spill the beans on their awkward antics. Can you imagine that? But it gets even wilder. Now, let's zoom in on the scene. Wu-Tang Clan, a famous rap group, was just dusting off a brawl with Bad Boy, Diddy's crew. Suspicious, huh? Well, it's not rocket science. Diddy probably aimed to snag Method Man in a compromising spot. Yep, you heard that right.
in a Benz like, Map, come on, get in the car. I'm not making a connection here. And I'm like, oh, that's Puff car. That's Puffy car. Ain't no way I'm getting it.
Apparently, the idea is to have the Wu-Tang star wrapped around his little finger. Now, why would Diddy do such a thing? Well, it seems like he was still licking his wounds from a big feud with the Wu-Tang Clan's crew. Think about it. Method Man, caught in a pickle, forced to dance to Diddy's tune. It's like a twisted game of chess, with Diddy pulling all the strings. But here's the kicker. It's not just about winning, it's about domination. Diddy wanted to rule the roost, and he'd stop at nothing to get there. Talk about dirty tactics. You know, when you see Diddy in the spotlight, he often kind of paints himself as a family man. But behind closed doors, a different picture emerges. Recent revelations shed light on unsettling behavior from the music producer, particularly his pursuit of young straight male rappers, coercing them into engaging in acts. Many of you can still remember Jaguar Wright recounted an alarming incident where Diddy was caught in a compromising situation with a new singer, Christopher Williams. Apparently, instead of hiding his actions, Diddy shamelessly continued, demonstrating a brazen disregard for boundaries.
She saw Christopher Williams perform on Puff.
Diddy's proclivities seem to center around luring straight men into intimate encounters, often using deceitful tactics. As we've already said earlier, Method Man found himself targeted by Diddy's advances in Los Angeles. Rather than straightforwardly inviting him, Diddy employed manipulation, sending someone to coerce Method Man into his car. It appears that Diddy derives pleasure from putting these men in uncomfortable positions, treating their game, and Method Man isn't alone. Xzibit, another rapper, was tricked into visiting a club by Diddy under false pretenses. Imagine his shock as he realized he was in an explicit environment he hadn't signed up for.
I've been in a clubs.
The club was called
and I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club having that kind of activity.
Xzibit was ignorantly trying to party and have a good time when someone pointed out to him that the men at the club were kissing. Zibbit was taken aback but didn't think anything of it until he saw another man dancing, batting Katt in the middle of the club. That's when he realized that Diddy had tricked him and taken him along to a club.
We get to this club, and then we walk in the back way. It's a VIP lounge. Ain't nobody in there. She point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the this? Point in another direction. It's another where they're like dancing. You know what I'm saying? We take off.
Diddy's actions raise serious questions about his. Despite his public persona, he has never openly admitted his attraction to men, yet he brazenly acts out his fantasies at private events. Even at gatherings where he should be discreet, Diddy allegedly openly flirts with men. His involvement with seemingly straight men, like Tupac, has raised eyebrows. Even Will Smith's parties weren't safe from Diddy's advances, leaving guests like Keith D astonished at the unexpected connections.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird going on.
Even those in Diddy's inner circle have noticed his unusual closeness to certain men. His former bodyguard acknowledged the peculiar dynamics between Diddy and his supposed friends.
The dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want no bother them. Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they naked.
And then there's 50 Cent, who wasn't shy about sharing his encounter with Diddy. Diddy's tactic of shopping with potential love interests reveals his pursuit of straight men. Thankfully, 50 Cent was strong enough to reject Diddy's advances. I mean, 50 Cent was already at that point in his career where he didn't feel turning down these aggressive advances by the hip-hop mogul.
Yeah, this is Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we got to kick it, and he's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or something? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the say?
Even Diddy's former bodyguard admitted that Diddy was unusually close to some rappers. Imagine working as a bodyguard for a famous person like Diddy, the music mogul, witnessing moments that make your jaw drop. Gene Deal did just that, and he sure had some wild stories to tell, some shocking tales that would make anyone's eyes widen. One time, Diddy went shopping in an exotic bookstore with him. Gene Deal naively expected him to buy normal Peern magazines, but Diddy wasn't there for just magazines. He ended up buying bugs.
I'm with Puff, and he's in exotic bookstores, and he's doing shopping.
But wait, there's more. Gene once stumbled upon Diddy getting frisky with another rapper in a hotel room. Can you imagine? They had to dash out, wearing nothing but towels. Shockingly, Diddy didn't bat an eyelid. He didn't seem bothered that Gene caught them in the act. Like it was no big deal.
Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt.
Apparently, these allegations against Diddy aren't just baseless rumors either. In fact, he has allegedly even been questioned by the federal investigators regarding him having relations with boys. Most of these were young rappers he reportedly forced into performing him because he had the influence to make or break their music careers. This came after it was revealed that Diddy with a teenage usher. When Diddy was in his late 20s, he and a then 15-year-old usher used to sleep in the same bed at night. Although Diddy tried to handle the situation and make it sound less weird, we can't think of one reason why it would be appropriate for a grown-up Diddy to be sleeping in the same bed as a teenage usher.
Guard stage, that's my brother right here from day one. Wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted.
Usher also revealed he and Diddy would attend shul when Usher was 15, which is a crime in the United States and most nations with laws concerning minors. Diddy even forced a teenage Usher into and out. That must have been why when Usher was asked whether he would ever send his kids to a place like Diddy's, he was very quick to say no.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no. The music industry can be a cruel place, especially for young artists trying to make it big. They dream of making it big, but often find themselves trapped in a web of manipulation and Think about Diddy and others like him. They're part of a system that takes advantage of these guys. They're not alone. Harlem rapper Smart knows what's up. He talks about how music big shots, like Diddy, treat new artists real bad.
Can't do nothing. Let me say this last thing. They can't do nothing because the record labels, the execs, they date these artists. They give them transformers, so they get high, they get.
These record execs, they do some awful stuff. They make these young artists do things they don't want to do, and then they film it. That way, these artists feel trapped. They gotta do whatever these big shots tell them, even if it means signing contracts they hate. It's kinda messed up. These young guys, they feel like they gotta do whatever it takes to get their music out there. They get used to it, like it's normal. Just like rapper Daylit, who's seen it all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. I Diddy. Like, I'm just keeping it a like, you know what I'm saying?
But it's not just daylight. Lots of young artists get caught up in this mess. The big shots in the industry, they want favors. And if these guys don't do what they're told, they can forget about making it in the music world. Rapper Ali Vegas knows what I'm talking about. It's like these guys don't even realize how wrong it is. It's like a sick trade-off. These young artists feel like they gotta give up their bodies just to get their music heard. It's messed up, but that's how it works in the music. Just listen to what this artist had to say about it. Diddy's one of the worst. He takes advantage of these young guys who are desperate to make it. He makes them do things they don't want to do, just to get ahead. And he's been doing it for so long, everyone knows what he's about. He goes after straight black men, and they feel like they can't say no because he's got so much power in the industry. And Diddy, he's sneaky too. He acts like he's straight, even though he's been in situations with guys over and over again. He uses that to trick these guys into doing things they don't want to do. These executives see these artists as commodities to be and sold at their whim. They demand favors that leave the artists traumatized and all in the name of success. And it's not just about the music anymore. It's about power and control. These executives use their influence to manipulate and exploit these young artists, knowing that they have nowhere else to go. A renowned rapper dropped a bombshell, hinting at a star-studded party teeming with big names in broad daylight. While he kept identities under wraps, his words suggest potential scandal for Hollywood elites. But wait, there's more. He hinted at unspeakable activities unfolding at this gathering, adding fuel to ongoing whispers of misconduct. From inappropriate behavior to shocking encounters, the rumors spare no detail. This revelation shakes the foundation of glitz and glamour, forcing us to question the true faces behind the fame. He further went on about how the celebrities caught misbehaving often try to act super nice afterwards. Maybe they're trying to save face or afraid their secrets will come out, ruining their reputation. But being extra nice doesn't always fix things. It's like putting a band-aid on a big problem. It's hard to ignore the mounting evidence against Diddy's hidden secrets. Numerous celebrities have come forward, shedding light on his alleged homosexual tendencies and coercive behavior at his notorious parties. Jaguar writes recent revelations only add to the growing concern. But it doesn't stop there. Fans have long speculated about Diddy's fueled by suggestive remarks from him and his peers. Jay Versace's shocking claim of a questionable encounter with Diddy further fuels the fire. With claims of intimate moments on a outdoor bed, it's hard to brush aside these accusations. As the evidence piles up, it's becoming increasingly difficult to deny the truth behind Diddy's alleged actions. The question remains, will he address these allegations or continue to hide behind a facade of silence? The news about Diddy's hidden secrets is spreading like wildfire, and it's not something you can just shrug off. Many famous people are speaking out, saying Diddy might be hiding something about his love life and how he acts at his wild parties. Recently, Jaguar Wright said some stuff that's making people even more worried. But wait, there's more. People have been talking for a while now, guessing about Diddy's love interests, especially when he and his buddies drop hints. Jay Versace's story about a strange encounter with Diddy only adds to the speculation. They say things got pretty cozy on a big outdoor bed. Yikes. The evidence is stacking up, and you know it's kinda getting harder to ignore. Will Diddy ever speak up and set the record straight? Or will he keep quiet and hope it all blows over? The truth is out there, and people are paying attention.